Hello and welcome back, I'm Chris Diger. So today we are going to take a look of some of the Premier League stats that happened in the midweek. Remember to subscribe if you are new, but anyway, without wasting more time, let me take you to another level. Each of Emile Smith-Rowe's last 3 Premier League stats have all come in different calendar years. In May 2022 vs Newcastle United, in October 2023 vs Sheffield United, and in January 2024 vs Nottingham Forest. Bukayo Saka has now scored or assisted 14 goals in the Premier League so far this season, more than any other Arsenal player. Bukayo Saka is the first player to record 10-plus goals and 10-plus assists in all competitions in 2 consecutive seasons for Arsenal since Alexis Sanchez did so 3 times running from 2014-15 to 2016-17. Gabriel Jesus has now scored against all but one of the sides he has played multiple games against in the Premier League. Manchester City is the only side missing. Taiwo Awoniyi has now scored or assisted 7 goals for Nottingham Forest in just 11 Premier League games so far this season. 5-0 vs Crystal Palace and 2-1 vs Nottingham Forest, Arsenal have won consecutive Premier League games for the first time since 11th November to 5th December 2023, a span of 4 games. The 3 sides that have won 20-plus points away from home in the Premier League this season are Liverpool, Manchester City and Arsenal. Erling Haaland, Julian Alvarez, Phil Foden and Bernardo Silva. Manchester City have 4 players with 10-plus goals and assists in the Premier League this season. No team has as many players in double figures. Kevin De Bruyne's last 4 games. An assist vs Huddersfield, a goal and an assist vs Newcastle, no involvement vs Tottenham and an assist vs Burnley. Kevin De Bruyne has provided 104 assists in the Premier League. Ryan Giggs and Cesc Fabregas are the only players in the competition's history with more. Julian Alvarez is the 10th player to score 2-plus goals in a Premier League match on their birthday, while at the age of 24 he is the youngest to do so. With a brace on his birthday, Julian Alvarez has scored 10 goals at the Etihad Stadium across all competitions this season, more than any other player. Jeremy Doku is the first player to complete 50-plus take-ons in the Premier League this season. Diogo Jota has scored or assisted 8 goals in his last 8 games in all competitions for Liverpool. With 27 on his right and 20 on his left, Diogo Jota has now scored 20-plus Premier League goals with both feet. And he needs just 2 more to reach double figures with his head. Conor Bradley has been directly involved in 5 goals in his last 4 appearances for Liverpool. An assist vs Bournemouth, no involvement vs Fulham, 2 assists vs Norwich, a goal and 2 assists vs Chelsea. At 20 years and 206 days, Conor Bradley is the youngest Liverpool player to assist 2 goals in a Premier League game since Trent Alexander-Arnold against Watford in February 2019. Only Mohamed Salah and Darwin Núñez have more assists in the Premier League for Liverpool this season than Conor Bradley. The youngster has made just 2 appearances. Darwin Núñez hit the woodwork 4 times against Chelsea, that is the most in a single match by any player in Premier League history. Only 3 players have had 11-plus shots in a Premier League game in the last 8 seasons and failed to score. 12 shots of Zlatan Ibrahimovic vs Burnley in 2016, 11 shots of Martin Odegaard vs Bournemouth in 2023 and 11 shots of Darwin Núñez vs Chelsea in 2024. Luis Diaz has scored in the Premier League at Anfield for the first time since 19th August 2023 when he scored against Bournemouth. Jurgen Klopp is the 7th different manager to win 200-plus games in Premier League history, after Sir Alex Ferguson, Arsene Wenger, Thierry Redknapp, Jose Mourinho, David Moyes, and Pep Guardiola. And only Pep has reached the milestone in fewer games than the German. Marcus Rashford's last 5 games. An assist vs Aston Villa, a goal vs Nottingham Forest, an assist vs Wigan Athletic, a goal vs Tottenham Hotspur, and a goal vs Wolverhampton Wanderers. Rasmus Højlund is finding his form, where in his last 5 games has provided a goal vs Aston Villa, no involvement vs Wigan Athletic, a goal and an assist vs Tottenham Hotspur, a goal vs Newport County and an assist plus a goal vs Wolverhampton Wanderers. In that run, that's a goal scored in 3 consecutive Premier League games. Rasmus Højlund's goal against Wolverhampton Wanderers was the first the Dane has scored in the Premier League, assisted by a Manchester United teammate. Rasmus Højlund has both scored and assisted in each of his last 2 Premier League appearances. At the age of 20 years and 362 days, he is the youngest Manchester United player to achieve this, with Cristiano Ronaldo the previous youngest, aged 21 in 2007. Manchester United are only the second Premier League team to concede 50-plus goals in all competitions this season, along with Sheffield United. Scott McTominay has scored 6 Premier League goals this season, the best return in his career so far. 4 of the last 5 90th-minute winning goals in the Premier League by players aged 18 or younger have been Manchester United players. Federico Mancheda in April 2009 vs Aston Villa, Marcus Rashford in August 2016 vs Hull City, Alejandro Garnacho in November 2022 vs Fulham, and Kobbie Mainoo in February 2024 vs Wolverhampton Wanderers. Kobbie Mainoo's goal against Wolverhampton Wanderers, assisted by Omari Fosun, was only the second winning goal in Premier League history to be both scored and assisted by a teenager, after Cristiano Ronaldo assisting Wayne Rooney for Manchester United vs Liverpool in January 2005. Manchester United are unbeaten in their last 23 Premier League games in February. The Red Devils have not lost during this month in 6 years. Manchester United are now unbeaten in 4 games. That is their best unbeaten run so far this season.